You got it?
Yes, I do. Happy Thursday, y'all. Welcome to the T&T Podcast.
I'm the other T.
T&T. Hey, y'all. Hey, it is time. You've been looking forward to this.
We gotta hear. Hold on. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Hold up a little bit. Gotta give you some time to get in. Y'all come into the room. Gosh, that bruise. You can see that bruise.
We got double bruises.
Look at that, y'all. Isn't that something?
Have you ever seen that thing when your kid activate the tower?
Oh, Wonder Twins, activate.
We might be showing our age. With
We
this
are.
one.
Girl, they
That's
don't know what
okay.
the Wonder Twins
That's
are.
okay.
They ain't never even said.
Have y'all heard T&T?
Curtis,
you don't know who we are? What?
He put a question mark after that.
What does that mean,
Well,
sir?
dang, I'm up there giving him a shout out. He don't even know who we are.
Who's like, who? Why am I here today?
Hey.
Well, if you tune in today, you will understand why.
Yeah. Oh, you're at the right place. You're at the right place.
We welcome you in.
Welcome to this place. You know that song? I can't sing, y'all.
No, well, don't. Let's let that be the way.
Oh, this is Curtis with two S's. I got you. I see you.
All right, we are getting up and running. Thank you. We appreciate you guys coming in today. Please like and share, because today we are continuing our series on Black love, but today we're talking about church hurt. Have you experienced it? Has anybody on here experienced church hurt?
I know people that have.
What perspective did they say they experienced hurt?
Well,
You wanna share that?
I mean, some of them have actually left the church. And the sad thing about it is you really can't leave the church because we are the church.
Hey,
so let me
Glamorous
just
girl.
get that out the way before everybody get on here quoting that. Come on, the church, that's a building. We the church. Okay, we know that. But what we're talking about today,
Yeah.
for the purpose of this program, when we say church, we are talking
Hey,
about
Motivated
the building,
Peace. Thank
okay?
you for joining in
So,
today.
Let me put
We
that
would
out
love
there.
to hear your comments. See Trey. Oh, I can't wait to hear what C Trey's got to say today.
Oh, wow.
C Trey, have you experienced church hurt?
Wow.
That's what we want to know. And you know, we need you to like and share. Like and share, y'all. What you trying to read?
Oh, hey, do it matter. Good to see you.
Oh,
and
wow.
thank you so much for being a long time watcher.
We appreciate you so
of our
much.
shenanigans.
Well, her shenanigans, right?
Always. Life's too short to be done.
Hey, Marty. Hey, y'all. Thank you for coming in today. This is our Black Love series. We are talking about today church hurt in many of the aspects that people, and we got a lot of comments. We're going to have our producer come in and read a couple of comments that were on TikTok. We've got a couple of letters, so we'd love for you guys to join in the conversation. Has anybody on here experienced church hurt? Anybody? Tank, have you? Gigi? Anybody? Welcome, you guys. Welcome on into the podcast. Hey, Facebook. We appreciate you guys tuning in as well.
I'm making sure I'm on there.
Ooh, okay. C. Trey said the church beat me down and held me hostage. Ooh,
How?
We
What
want
happened?
to hear that.
See,
hey,
I told
Do
you.
It Matter. Thank you for the gifts and thank
Hey.
you for sharing. We appreciate you so much. C. Trey, you know we want you to come on up and talk about what that means and how you felt you were held hostage. Tina, has the church held you hostage?
Mm-mm.
So,
Girl, you
C.
know
Trey,
somebody
how
held
did
me
the church?
hostage.
Hello, Steven. Hey, DFW, Steven. Broker extraordinaire, how are you? The Mighty One, thank you for sending the live out. The Mighty One, he's...
Oh, y'all share.
Thank
Make
you.
sure you share.
Thank you guys so much. It's so good to see you.
I'm trying to get into my song. Let me get my...
She needs her coffee, y'all, because it's going down.
I
It's
need to
going
stomach
down
it.
today. Thank you so much for... we missed you guys. Happy Thursday, everybody.
You know, I think it's important that we,
Hey,
people
Loretta.
that left the church, they
Yeah.
have to understand they left the person that was
Look at
attached
Nefertiti.
to her.
Say, keep passing
What?
the collection pay. You already know.
Y'all
You know that's gonna come up
y'all
quick.
notice I'm being quiet yet because she knows
Mwah.
this is something
Thank
I
you,
go in
Demighty.
on because
Thank
I
you.
don't think they're doing enough to help the black community.
We're gonna talk about this
and
because-
yet when you go through a black community, you're gonna see three things: a church within every corner, a liquor store, and a beauty supply place.
Well, and it's not
Those
all by
three
us.
things.
But here's the deal. You cannot make a blanket statement and say all churches are causing hurt.
Oh, no.
No,
Oh,
so
no.
that we won't be doing
All of
that
them
today.
aren't.
But
And
we
besides that, it's not the church, it's the people in the church. You got to
Well,
remember that. It's
well,
not the church.
okay.
People need to separate that. It's the people in the church. It's messy Martha that's sitting on that front pew to the right.
Nefertiti said you forgot the gun shop and the pawn shop.
I
You ain't
forgot-
lying.
You ain't never lied, baby. So it's
You
five.
can't forget those. You can't forget those.
Gun shop and the pawn shop. You better believe that.
Okay, listen.
And some people going to the pawn shop to get their 10%
Put a
so they can
thumbs-
play in the collection plate on Sunday.
Girls, put a thumbs up. Should they thumbs up it or a stop sign if they have experienced church hurt?
See, somebody agreed with me. Amen, sister. What?
Can somebody come on and share your story, please?
Am I lying?
James, what you got? We want to
Preach
hear
it.
from you. We want to hear from everybody on here who wants to have a comment. We would love to have you on here because let me tell you something. The black church has always been the focal point for the black family. So if it's causing quote unquote hurt, that is affecting every generation that we have in our community, right? Mm-hmm. So what are we doing about it?
Why do you think that young people are not going to church as often? In
that
our
hurts.
community, have
Yeah.
y'all noticed that? I Googled it, and it said that more and more young people are opting out of church and religion.
Why do y'all think that is?
And you wrote you wrote a workbook on
Angelica?
it? Please share the name of it.
We'd
Angelica,
love to
please
promote that.
share. Please share.
Nefertiti said, I got told by a pastor that my husband cheated because you weren't a wife. What? Okay, what else? So it was your fault? I know that.
No.
What? That's what your pastor said?
Too much hypocrisy. That's it. But do y'all remember when we went to churches as little kids, and I'm dating us, my grandma's church? Hey, Sheila. Now, you guys, that's a member of a wonderful
Hey, Sheila.
Truth-Filled Church, HCC, Warrior Ministries. They're
Please
about
inbox
truth.
us. We got it.
They're about truth. So listen, when I tell you, remember when you went to your grandma's church, and it was really, y'all, it was good church. They didn't do all of that.
Okay.
They didn't. You coming up? Yes, they didn't do. Girl, they didn't do that. And then the pastor come over and have Sunday dinner with us.
Oh, now that.
And Grandma fixed a nice plate.
That was
But
way back
y'all,
in
we
the
had
day.
greens, fried chicken,
That was way
sweet
back in the day.
potatoes, cornbread. Yeah.
Ooh, Nefertiti, we need to have you on here to discuss your situation. But we got C-Trey back up. What's going on, C-Trey? How has the church held you hostage?
What's going on, women of God? How y'all doing?
We're doing
How are
phenomenal.
you?
How are you?
Doing great, doing great. Welcome to this Thursday. I'm glad you guys are holding it down. So here's when I say that the church beat me down and held me hostage. I'm not saying God did that. I'm saying that there were experiences, teachings, and mindsets, and the whole environment that created an atmosphere of fear instead of freedom. Understand what I'm saying? So I felt like I couldn't question, I couldn't process, I couldn't struggle honestly without feeling condemned.
Do you think that had to do with the church selection, your church that you selected? Do you think that had anything to do with it?
Well, guess what? Here we go again. When you're growing up as a child, do you have options?
Typically not.
No. You are raised in the church that your family put you in.
That's right.
So you have to endure
Yeah.
until you got to endure that until you know better.
Better. Then you do better,
Then
right?
you do better.
Yeah, then you do. Yeah, but you got to know that there is better. If you're not in the know, then you just don't know. You just don't know.
But what do you think about when you look at people that have experienced church hurt and now they put everybody in one basket? What advice would you give to that person that's experienced? Because I know I've talked to people and said, you need to go here. No, I can't deal with church folk. And that's what they say, church folk. They're
Or
judgmental.
church folk.
Amen. You know what?
And half of them sleeping with the pastor. When excuse
Yes,
me,
ma'am.
like they said, half of them sleeping with the pastor.
Pastor. Yeah, the pastor. Gotcha. You know what? Always, here's the principle right here. Always judge a tree by its fruit.
Facts.
That's
Facts.
it. That's
Facts.
it.
Just keep it simple. Judge a tree by its fruit. Okay? And you'll see if that church is producing fruit, you'll see that manifest throughout the community. If if they are being that type of church, and if they're being
Literally,
Yeah,
what we
she
were
goes
talking
to-
about before we came on.
Yeah, she goes to
in the Dallas Fort Worth area, I am a proud member of Concord Baptist Church, and one reason is because number one, Pastor Carter and Lady Stephanie, they stick straight to the Word of God. Number one, number
Amen.
two, every seed that we sow, we go over the missions that we that we support. When the government had a shutdown, we gave money for those families that didn't have any paychecks. They're
Yes, ma'am.
cultivating family. So you've got to be in an environment where it lines up with the word of God. And if it doesn't, you need to move.
And can I add to that? Are
Yes.
they investing in the young people?
Yes.
And so many of them are not. And you know what? They
There you
won't
go.
move the elders. It's about, a lot of it is about control. They won't step
Amen.
aside and let the younger generation come up. They won't.
Exactly.
Or
They
teaching them
stay
how
there
to
dirt, really kick dirt over. They won't
See,
move.
yes, ma'am. And that's where that new wine can't go into the old wineskins. That's what the word says. There's a new wine that's ready to be poured. There's a new wine. There's a fresh rhema word that's ready to go. But yet you still got old, that old saint, okay, that just want to be there. That's not budging because you know what? It's an image instead of a lifestyle.
Right. Do you think that they've
Okay.
gone too far? Do you think in some ways, though, to embrace, the younger generation coming in, that they've gone to, that the Black church, that they've gone too far? Because some of them, it look like they're in the middle of having a hip hop concert.
or they ride the middle line on certain issues such as homosexuality or things like that. So what are your thoughts
And
on
there's
that?
no compromise on that in God's word.
Well, when you are that far out of God's design, you will compromise. You will compromise. You will find compromises. And I'm sorry, show me where Jesus compromised anything. You know what he said? 3 words. It is written. It is written. So he never negotiated his authority. Why are we doing it out here? Amen.
Thomas Lyles has a great point. He said a lot of Black people don't even read the Bible or understand the Bible.
He is
Don't
absolutely
read it.
correct.
How can you understand what it says and doesn't say?
There you go. Because you know what? We've been told stories, Bible stories. We've been fed
Take those stories easily.
Exactly. We've been fed information, but now we're in the age of information. And now our kids, like my daughter's 26 in law school. Okay.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, baby. Thank you. But let me tell you this, because she's in law school, all right, she is challenging a lot of what is being said. Now she's in healthcare, so she's challenging a lot of whatever. But we're also having conversations, and she's saying, Dad, I thank you. I thank you because you know what? You've always talked to me from truth and in love. You never lied to me. I've watched you rise, I've watched you fall, but you've never lied to me. And you've always told me the truth. And then guess what? It's not my truth. It's not her truth. And I'm sick of people walking around saying, well, this is my truth. Let me tell you something, y'all. There ain't but one truth.
Hello.
That's it.
Yeah.
But you know what? We have information, but you got to have revelation. And that's the part there.
Say that.
I think that's what people are missing. You can get all the information, but you have to have revelation. Because someone just said it best. You have to read the word
For yourself.
For yourself to get a good understanding.
And if you are in a church because of the pastor and not the principles and the purpose in which they're teaching, you're there for the wrong reasons.
Say it, Thomas.
There's too many performers and a lot of people without purpose.
Say it.
Ooh, Thomas doesn't.
That's what I say. Everybody, they treat it, instead of going to the altar has never become a stage.
So we appreciate you, see Trey. As always, we'll see you next week.
Absolutely.
Right?
Oh, the missionary president on the
Hey,
hey,
let's Pastor Shirley in the house.
missionary.
Hey, y'all, we appreciate your comments so much. So we're still talking about Black love, but there's so many comments that have come up just about the church in general.
I think the church needs to do more in terms of building the Black family. I think a lot of it is pandering to single women.
Let's talk about it now. So
I think they're pandering to single women so they can pad their pockets.
Do y'all agree or disagree with that statement? Yes or no? Do you think the church is really, what you call it, pandering to the single Black female?
Somebody said that's why I'm not going into church right now, because they are not standing up doing
I've got
their
some
job.
disagree.
See, some of them aren't. They're not. I mean, I look at some of all, and I read, I watch, and like I said, I've been to your church, and it's different.
It's phenomenal.
It's good.
Yes.
She's got a. And
Come
where I
check
used to
out
go,
Concord.
which is
Yes,
Pilgrim
indeed.
Rest, we knew where everything went. They were really big about helping the community. Well, the pastor that was there, I don't know about now because I don't go there anymore, because the pastor is not the one I knew, isn't there. But they were a great church. Bible-based teaching, worked in the community, did outreach, had all kind of programs for the youth. But now I see church. I mean, goodness gracious.
So I'm looking at the comments. There's some disagree, some agree, some say my church is like that. So that's a positive. So
big time.
You've got to find the church that works best for you and your family. So Peacemaker wants to know, pandering to the single women, how? Talk to that.
Watch. It's even what they are speaking on. If you watch some of them, to me, it's more motivation than teaching. What I mean, they know the struggles that single women have. And then they're in there, and that's primarily their focus and their whole talk. But what about the men?
Okay, so I was going to push back on you a little bit, because we as single women are in the church, trusting God and believing God for a mate. But where are the men at the singles ministry?
They don't show up.
Or actively volunteering. Men, where y'all at? Can anybody talk to that?
Watching football, if it's football season.
Or basketball.
There has to be a stronger word there. Oh, he said there has to be a stronger word. See, people agree with me when I'm saying it, because that's what they promote, and that's what they, I mean, for me, y'all know I'm in marketing. That's my thing. It's like it's marketed toward women. It is.
Well,
I'm
do you
serious.
think it's because more women are just actively involved, and so therefore
you're going to the whole point of marketing and putting things out there is to draw the demographic and the crowd that you want.
I got to talk to Thomas right here. Thomas says, "I'll never date a black woman who goes to church. Her spirit will never agree with my spirit." Whoa, Thomas!
You must be the devil.
What? I just want to understand.
What does that mean,
Thomas?
Thomas?
Can if you'd like to come on and explain that, because we don't want to put words in his mouth.
No, I think I probably know where Thomas is going with that.
What do you think?
He's trying to say that we are, because I've worked for different religions, beliefs. What? I think he believes that in church that they're telling us a bill of goods, maybe.
I would like to hear from Thomas. So Thomas, if you would like to come on and tell us, because we don't want to put words in your mouth.
Who the ex-wife? Who's the what?
What? We don't understand what whoever said that.
I don't know what that means. See, he just correct. See there? Okay. All right. That's what I think. So the written word is inspired. Is it me, or was Tupac kind of cute?
Tupac was cute. He was
fine.
We don't know where that has to do with today's topic, but yes, he was.
That's okay. I'll take a Pac break. I was a Pac fan. That's before I got here.
Nard, we agree. Being in church doesn't make a woman righteous, or God said. We believe us. We know that, and we're not saying that defines how a woman is if she's in church.
No,
it depends on the woman.
Like I told my ex, I said, you know what? Y'all sit there and raise hell Monday through Saturday, and then Sunday you want to sit there and run circles around the church and do the Holy Ghost dance.
Okay, Double D, thank you for joining in. He wants to know the topic. So today's topic is, we have in our Black Love series, have you personally or known anybody experienced church hurt? Has the church let you down in any way? And if so, how have you handled that?
I want you to think about something.
I want to.
This is a good example. You want to? Okay.
Okay.
Think about this. I think in a lot of ways, some churches, black churches, they've taught people how to look holy. But they're not really holy. Think about how many videos you see where the young kids are on there and they're mimicking Baptist preachers. And come on, y'all.
Yeah, listen, we all have our own mind. So you need to be mindful. You need to study the word yourself so that you can show yourself approved, and you'll know what's somebody and what's not.
Look, see, somebody they agree with me. Amen.
I don't disagree.
Thank
but
you,
I'm just.
Keisha. Thank you.
We're going to have our producer come up here in a second. We've gotten some great comments on when we were going to talk about this. So we're going to let her, can you read one to us, producer?
And I want to say this, y'all. Because my mama here too. I love the Lord and I love the black church. I was raised in it. But I'm just telling you my experiences.
All right, Double D from the ATL. How are you this afternoon?
I'm doing well. How are you ladies doing?
We're wonderful. How are you?
Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'm a PK. My dad was a preacher for 30 years. So I've seen, when you get a chance to see on the other side of the pulpit, you know, you get to you get a better understanding of the church and the people in the church. So
So do you want to give some insight to that? We'd love to hear it.
Well, it would be, I think people have become more inclined to entertainment. Well, this is what I saw over my 30 years in the church. So I'm 54 and I was right there by my dad's side. And what I kind of understood was the more he taught and the more he actually taught the Bible, the less people were engaged in church.
Just like our engagement here. Right? You know what I'm saying?
So as long as he was, hooping and, the entertainment part, people were engaged. But when he was actually teaching the Bible and teaching, guidance for life and stuff like that, people weren't engaged. They didn't really care.
Somebody in the comments, you want to tell
it's more like a Chris Brown concert.
It's more like a Chris Brown concert.
And in some of these churches, it's just as expensive.
Well,
as them tickets.
They were expensive.
That part.
Right. And my dad never took a salary. He always worked the whole time he was in church.
Wow.
So, yeah, he was
That's a man that did it because he was called.
Yeah, right. And I say that all the time. Listen.
You tell the ones that's called and the ones that call themselves.
So I say this a lot, and I'm gonna leave on this. If it wasn't for the fact that people in the church feel like they could do better than the pastor, it wouldn't be a church on every corner.
Wow, because they'll break away and start their own church in a minute, won't they?
My dad had 4 of his ministers leave because they felt like they could do better, and they don't have churches now, but. My dad was like, you know what? I'm good.
Why is it that we, just like you were saying, even again, when you start talking about the truth and God, it's not popular. Well, like you said, it's a show.
We appreciate you so much.
Oh, wow.
From that perspective behind the veil. I mean, I loved it.
He was
PK. And that was a unique perspective because he saw the ins and outs.
Look, somebody said, show your W. I heard a church that's supposed to do that. Show your W2.
You need to run from that church.
I wish they would ask me for my W2.
Did they really say that?
They have a better chance getting WD-40 out of me. They're not getting a W2. What?
Ooh, wait, that's not.
What?
Okay, so let's see.
I can't believe that. Somebody said yes. Wow. So what is that? I guess it's true.
Is anybody involved in a church like that?
Do y'all go to a church where they ask y'all for y'all W-2?
Every year? That doesn't seem like that's the right place.
I'm telling you, when I was at the bank, it's
a mega church in Atlanta?
Let me tell y'all something. But black church is the only one that does it. I used to be over the credit card division for a bank here. Wow. And we had a church, a big church.
Hold on, Angela said, if you ask for my W-2, you're going to get my bills too. I know that's right.
Say that, sis.
You better come
through, sis. Come through. So let me tell you what this church did. They came to me to set up credit card and ACH.
Creflo.
Do you not believe his name is Creflo Dollar?
Wait, what does this mean? Oh, wow.
What do we do?
Really?
Body exposure.
No.
We ain't doing no body exposure and sexual whatever.
What do we do? Hold on. The live does not contain the content mentioned in the notice. Hold on, y'all.
Wait.
It is
that's the devil.
Yeah, that is the devil. We have never gotten a restriction like that.
And it said we were showing some sexual content. Did one of y'all jokers sit out there and say we tried? Wow, you too sexy for the screen. Is that it?
Don't get us kicked off.
I'm not. But like I was saying, they made their members sign a pledge form at the beginning of the year. And if they said they were going to give $10,000, that pastor said, we're going to make sure they give their $10,000.
Oh, wow.
And they deducted a fee. Like it was an ACH.
Shut
up.
I'm
not kidding. I kid you not. They took an ACH fee every month. Just like we paid Netflix, I guess this one was called the GOD. Because you were going to pay, they were getting their money every month. They members signed the ACH form. He said, if you pledged it, we going to get it.
Wow.
Can y'all believe that?
We sent it. Thank you, Dee Dee.
We
said that's not us. We ain't talking about nothing like that. Okay, hey y'all, stay tuned for one comment we got when we posted this.
Yes. Producer's
gonna read it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we asked the question, how has the black church failed the black woman? Comment below. And we got a response from Roderick Roberts, 26. He said, the black church has failed the black woman by lying to her about what she does, allowing her to make excuses, stunting her growth as a person and within her faith. There are black women out here worshiping a water goddess and doing witchcraft.
Whoa. Roderick, was that you?
That's a lot.
Roderick just said on here, you said that somebody they did this to a pastor earlier today.
Said, oh wow. That's why wow.
So what are y'all's thoughts on that?
They did body exposure. So there's somebody going through doing that when you start talking. Y'all see how the enemy is cunning and at work.
He's such a liar.
But you know why? If it was one of us saying foolish things and doing foolery or not speaking the truth, we wouldn't have that issue.
So we appreciate y'all liking and sharing the live because we just glorifying God. So somebody's mad about that. That's
somebody
terrible.
said that's why people don't absolutely. Thank you so much, Roger. We appreciate you.
We appreciate you so much.
That's why people don't want to go to church, and that's so sad. That's the thing. But y'all, they used to be the cornerstone of the family. That's where you went for comfort. You could go to your pastor and you knew it wasn't going to be spread all over the church.
Do you think that social media, Tina, has really affected people's views on churches now?
Yes.
Okay. What are y'all's thoughts on that? Because I think it has turned into a circus a lot and a popularity contest.
It is. It has. And the other thing that kind of draws it is that because of it, the thing that troubles me is that I watch.
We love the church
TikTok.
too.
We
They're
love
the right
it.
churches.
I love it. And we
yes,
are
we
the
do.
church.
Yes,
love
we
it.
are.
Love it. But I'm telling you, what I notice is that more of our youth are exploring alternative faiths. That's what this is about to me. This is why I said it's failing, because I don't want to see our youth.
Thank you, Dee Dee, for the roses. We appreciate you so much. Thank you.
That's it. Say, Angela, Angela, you said that, girl. Too much posting and not enough prayer.
Woo, Angela. That's it right there.
So is everybody saying?
What's that say?
You would have said, he said, Titus didn't expose anything. Y'all have sent a lion. You a mess, C-Train. I don't play that. You ain't finna do that.
Derek says church and the club have a cover charge.
Huh?
He said church and the club have a cover charge.
They do. Listen, I have been to churches, y'all, where they have passed the collection plate around, and then they pass it around a second time. So we just need $20 more.
Girl, did you get up and walk out?
You already know.
Would y'all do that?
And get this, but I was nice. I did this. That's my cue.
So Sean Dog says that social media has exposed the black church. Now that's deep.
Oh, that's it. Sean, why you say
Sean,
that?
come on and talk to us about that.
So you're saying that it's always been this way and now we're just now seeing it because of social media?
Whoa.
Wow. Now,
do y'all agree or disagree with
that?
I know, right?
Changed.
Wow. That's interesting. Ooh, Pamela, you're saying yes to that?
Wow.
Y'all are in agreement with Sean?
Somebody said that's deep, Sean. It is. Sean's right.
Is it Sean?
I hope it's Sean.
It's Sean.
Hey,
We
Sean.
definitely want to hear from you, Sean.
Hey, what's happening?
Yes.
You tell us is that your real thought?
They have one.
Yes,
Why do you say that, Sean? Share, please.
but the access to information these days, you can't fool people as easily.
So people are easier. Okay.
So now they're exposed because people can
They can have access to
the
He said they have
information and
access to
see
it.
everything.
So,
Yeah.
wow, I agree. Especially
Exactly.
all the, Now that part's true about the sexual immorality. That's true.
Okay. Maybe you should say whoopee or something.
The whoopee. Yeah. Whoopee.
So does that make you? Are you involved in a church, or has that deterred you in any way?
No, I'm not involved with the church at all.
See?
Is it because you think they've been exposed?
Yeah, they've been exposed for years now because we had access to the internet and being able to do your own research easily. You don't have to spend hours in a bookstore or at a library. You know what I mean? You anything you want to do, any information you need is right at your fingertips.
So are you?
Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta ask this. Somebody said Aquarius age, we're ascending collectively.
We don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means, but I'm telling you, the only place I want to ascend to is heaven.
Yeah.
So if it ain't ascending to heaven, I respect. Look.
Hey Pamela, thank you for joining us. What are your comments on this?
Hello, ladies. Thank you so much for having me. Listen.
Thank you for joining us, beautiful. You got a beautiful smile.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you, Sean. We didn't mean to get cut out, but thank you, Sean. We appreciate you.
I just wanted to say, listen, I think social media has exposed the church. I'm 57 years old. When I was going heavily, when I was in my 20s and my 30s, when someone commented down there, when that schmexual immorality started popping up and everybody was saying, that was going on and we were told to hush. and pipe it down. You don't talk about the pastor. You don't talk about deacon so-and-so, such and such and such. Everybody is all of this. I think that social media has exposed all of that because you've got a lot of people who are, and I don't have a better way to say, they are butthurt and they need the church, but the church doesn't have the capacity to be able to handle some of these things that are going on. And so, yeah, I think that social media only exposes what's already been going on.
So,
and that's all.
Basically, you agreeing with Sean, like he said, it's just now being brought. It's just exposed.
You see it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like how social media killed the newspaper. You know, when we used to read the newspaper, you only read what was going on in your region. Now you can see what's going on, and now you can say, oh, I thought that was just happening to me. There's somebody in Spokane, Washington is going through this and going through that. And then people are like, oh, okay. But because everything...
a good thing. So you're saying that the social media aspect, in your opinion, has been a good thing because now it's bringing all these things to...
Exactly. And now it's requiring the church to have to stand on the morals and the values and the things and the word that is being taught. And before, everybody was able to, quote unquote, the better way, do their own thing, because who's going to know what's going on in Alabama living over in California? Nobody.
Here's the deal, though. Remember, we're talking about black churches, but white churches being affected too. Who was the pastor that after 20 some odd years is now got, what's the name, Robert somebody? What's his name?
He in trouble? What happened to him?
Oh my goodness, for him molesting someone and when she was 12 or 14 or something.
See, I only focus on that.
Producer. Right.
I don't know who that is, but I can tell you.
It was the pastor at Gateway
Church in Dallas.
His name is Robert.
Yes.
That's a big
I don't
one.
know who that is, but when you start talking about why the youth are not in church, 25,000 times over anything, that is the main reason.
Really?
So once you can get young people, listen, you've got young people, people going to youth things and all this other stuff and the stories that they can tell you. But when we become adults and we don't want to listen to what they say, that's what happens. But I got to go. But thank y'all for listening.
Pamela. Be blessed. We appreciate you.
Latoya said that churches prey on people's vulnerability.
Some churches do.
Some do. And I'll say this because I have seen people. I know people that have.
What Dr. Doom said, black churches and cults, same thing. We rebuke that. We do not agree with that.
No.
We can't
Come
agree
on,
with
Dr.
that.
Doom.
Come
That's
on,
not-
that's drastic,
no.
don't you think? That's
See,
drastic.
that's it. That's what I'm talking about. C-Trade. That's what I'm talking about. It was the cornerstone. What happened to being a cornerstone? Now it's just a big fancy marquee. That's what it's
Sometimes
from.
our disclaimer is if it's not applicable to you and your church, then this is not relevant to you.
So can I give my disclaimer? Look, I'm gonna
Yes.
say this right now.
Yes.
Only kicked dogs holler.
Well.
And if you hollering, apparently you've been kicked. So that's our disclaimer.
Trucker says, why would the youth of today go when they are targeted? Targeted how? What do you mean by that?
When it says target, what?
He says, why would the youth go today when they're targeted? So I'd be interested to know
Oh,
what
I
he
get
says.
it. He said
What is he
target
saying?
like what Pamela just said about, the smashable, she used a cute word. I can't think of what the word she used. Smashable. That was she talking about. That's what she said they're targeting. But you know what? I think that in some cases there might be a little bit of grooming going on.
Oh boy, we haven't even gotten to the topic at hand, which is amazing. And we're halfway
I
through.
told you when we did
I
this.
know. So do we want to talk about what this at all?
Somebody said black church need help.
That's why we're talking about it.
talking about it.
So are y'all willing to help?
That's why we did. That's why I told you this is the topic we should talk about. Oh,
What's this?
oh, they did. Most congregations show their fruits for state regulated. Oh, yeah, they did.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
did. You saying the truth. You saying the truth, and you should never that should never mix.
Thank
That's
you
it.
guys so much. Thank you for joining in. Oh, we love it. Who is this? I love If Love Was Money. Okay,
Somebody
If
said
Love
this
Was
is a
Money.
really good conversation.
Thank
Please
you.
join
We
us.
appreciate you
Yes.
guys. Please like and share.
The topic is the black church.
Yes, it is. What would
church
you like
hurt.
to say today? Thank you for joining
Oh,
us.
she's so pretty and young.
Go ahead, Rose.
God day, thank you for having me, ladies. I'm glad y'all using your gifts to be present.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like
It means
that.
a lot.
It does.
So what do you think about the black church and church hurt? What do you think? Are they doing enough to support the black community and build the black family?
Have you experienced
Have you
anything
experienced
that
church
you'd like to
hurt?
share with us?
Yeah, absolutely. Church hurt starts in adolescence, just like they said. And as far as what you guys penned, what I typed,
Yeah.
there was a point where church and state was separate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 And so, when people start, throwing their pearls to swine and forgetting that them having a relationship with the Most High God and, being led by the fruitful spirits, and they start allowing the worldly things to like infiltrate. Now it's not about bringing people to purpose and relationship. Now it's about, monetizing and, gluttony and, just sin being glorified now. Because now when we talk about,
she's like, yes.
She agrees.
She
Yeah,
agrees with you. She's like, she can't sit still.
when irregardless of church hurt, this is just my personal testimony, right? Because in early adolescence, if you discover that you have a desire to draw near to God or whatever's bigger outside yourself, because you don't know quite the relationship with God or Jesus, you still know that there's something bigger than you, so you somehow dismiss that it's church hurt. Like, you don't know it's even church hurt when you're going through it. You don't know you're being groomed or taking it, your innocence is being stolen, because you're excited about God and you're excited about this is an escape, because it's always targeting marginalized communities and the underserved. It's not, this is not, we're not talking about the Joel Osteen like thriving mega churches. We're talking about, like you guys said,
smaller
the
churches
on the blocks, the Protestants and if you're in the inner cities, you go there as a place of refuge and escape.
That's it.
The era that I was brought up in, they came to get the youth.
That's exactly right. We would jump on that bus and go.
They don't do that now. Some of them do. Some of them do.
Yeah.
Some do.
And they didn't even, there was a heart for people to rescue the youth, and they turned that around and started, I'm just going to say what it is. They started trafficking the youth.
That's a whole nother topic.
But that is the pipeline, right? That is where the pipeline began to be covered and sealed.
That's it, Mr. Thomas. Thank you so much.
We appreciate
Angel.
your comments today. Thank you for tuning
wise.
in. She's very wise.
Somebody said intelligent woman. Yes.
We appreciate
we have
her
a comment
comments very much.
on Facebook. He said, hello, beautiful ladies. Okay, the church family is good for the community when properly used to help people. That's true. That's what we're talking about. But so many of them, in my opinion, they're not. I've been to churches, and I'm gonna say this, where they've got up there, and y'all know this is the thing for me. They got up there, and they're up there telling this person to tithe, give their last, and this person's light bill is due. And then when we walk out the church, the pastor's pulling off in the Cadillac, and I'm watching the lady walk to the bus stop. Something is wrong with that picture. Something is wrong with that picture. And we're not saying all churches.
You can't.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that there are some that need to do better. Like C. Trey said, the black church used to be the cornerstone of the black community. It's not. It's in some instances now, the majority of them, it's not. Like she said, somebody just posted and it was great. They said they're doing it for clicks and likes.
A lot of them are. But some of them are, but some of them also utilize their platform to continue to glorify God and help others. So again, we're not making blanket statements here.
Tell them, like, I know your church did that marriage. That's the first time I've ever seen someone, when we talk about promoting black families, please share that with them.
So Concord in Dallas, Texas, we are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, has a passion for families. And so one of the things that Pastor Carter and Lady Stephanie did was about 2 or 3 years, listen to this, any couples that are cohabitating, who are not married but living together. What?
Shacking.
Any couples that are doing that, they will take you through, I believe, a 90-day premarital course. You have to separate for that time. If you make it through and you are committed to doing it God's way during this time, they pay entirely for your wedding.
It blew me away.
Everything.
They really do it.
I'm
y'all.
talking about tuxes, dresses, reception, makeup, hair, everything connected to you becoming one with God and doing it the right way. So when you find a church family that is pouring into the community in such a way as that, that's what you should support.
Who is Aura Shades?
What?
I can't go back to Aura. I don't know who that is.
What are we talking about?
Somebody said, why can't we go back to honoring Aura Shades?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
We just know Jesus.
Not for me with that.
We're not sure.
I know Jesus.
Yeah, we don't understand who that is.
Yeah, and for y'all to say, I know that's not his real name. Okay, we know that.
This sounds like an incentive program. Like the church to pay for your wedding?
You know what? It is.
It was.
You know what? It
to
is
do it
an
God's
incentive.
way.
It's an incentive for you to do the right thing.
To do it God's
Do
way.
it the right way. I should know better because I'm talking to somebody named Dr. Doom Scroller. Why am I even addressing you? Man, bye. Please.
Wow. Okay, listen. Some do have a misuse of the donations. That's why if a church isn't going over the financials with you, that may not be the church for you. My church goes over our financials, and we know where every dollar is going. Why do churches not do that?
What's incest to be obedient? What is that talking about?
I don't know what y'all talking about in here. Can we get to what we're really going to talk about today? This is crazy.
Y'all about to shack up right now.
Hey, listen, I'm telling you right now, I believe some of that was going down. But you know what? Some couples didn't even make it to the altar. They did not make it. And that's what it was for. It was to say, are you going to be one with God or is this not for you? And so,
wait a minute. So did they end up,
Trey,
I got to ask this.
What?
Did they end up breaking up? Is that what you mean?
Some did.
See?
They did start with a certain number of couples and they did not all make it to the altar.
You know what I think?
What?
See, Concord did them a favor.
That's my whole point.
They did them a favor, y'all.
They
you hear me?
They did the premarital counseling first, took them through it all, and they discovered that this was not a union that they wanted to have. So they need a new roommate.
Man, I wish I'd have been going to Concord when I probably would have made it to the altar.
I'm not trying to say come join Concord for that, but I'm telling you that's one of the things that they do to promote family.
That's an example. That's why it's great to say not all
You
black
can't.
churches follow
Not
this
my
up.
church.
You got to read the first letter.
Ooh, Lord.
Y'all,
Okay,
y'all
let's
know
get
we
to
know
this.
letters. And we got some comments too, because we want to make sure we answer your comments.
Okay, listen. So this is really in conjunction with Black Love, okay? I've been in church my whole life. I served and I prayed and I stayed celibate. I did everything I was told to do. Now I'm 38, still single and watching others move forward in life. And all I hear is wait on God. But nobody taught me how to date, how to choose, how to recognize the right man. So now I'm asking, did the church prepare me for marriage or just teach me how to wait? So this is a single woman who is saying, I have been in church, I've done it the right way, but where's my man?
Trucker Lewis is just for to say what I was for to say, because
What?
I want there to be a definitely a difference. She said, did the church prepare her for marriage? That's not what you want. You want the church to prepare you to be a wife. There are a lot of people out here that are married. But you have to ask yourself, am I married, or do I want to be married, or do I want to be a wife? I want to be a wife.
Well, hold on, because I want to say this too. The church should be preparing a man to be a husband,
Yes.
and a woman to be a wife.
Yes.
However, you do have to have the tools. Each of you do have to have the tools to be married together.
But that comes from you both being, you have to be
agree.
a husband and you have to have
agree.
the things to be a wife.
I agree.
Some people get caught up on this word marriage. I want to be married. I want to be married. You need to ask yourself first, are you a wife? Are you a husband? Many people get married and they're not a wife and they're not a husband. And guess what ends up happening? Divorce.
So Moody says she's married to Jesus, and that's good.
You want a covenant. You don't want a contract.
No, who's talking about a contract?
I want a covenant, not a contract.
Oh no! Let me explain the difference.
keep
We are
your
in real estate.
contracts.
By the way, I
We write contracts.
I am Tanika Donnell. I'm a real estate broker in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and you are.
I am Title Tina.
So we deal with contracts all day long. And one thing is about contracts, they can be amended and they can be broken. A marriage is a covenant, which is a vow unto God that this is going to be a threefold cord that should never, ever be broken. People don't understand the difference, Tina.
They don't.
Who was brown sugar?
What brown sugar say?
Woo! Can we follow church leaders that have divorced pastors?
I ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Okay, so listen. I mean, we have to touch it because that's
They're
a great
human.
question.
It's a
Everybody's
great
human
question.
and
They're human.
imperfect.
Everybody's
So if
imperfect.
somebody has repented and changed their ways,
Now, if you've been a pedo, I can't do it.
oh what? Like a
Yeah.
oh yeah.
I can't.
Yeah,
do
we
that.
can't do that.
No.
When you mess with kids, we don't do that. No.
No. Yeah. No. It says no, it can be broken for the adultery and physical abuse.
Yeah,
Yes, it can. Exactly.
Well, what
we
can
had
we,
that the other day.
Can we,
Oh, Lord,
so
had somebody
back to
comment
this
on
young
that.
lady here. She says, "Is the church doing her a disservice?"
How many women can relate to what she's saying? Do y'all feel that way? When you go, I mean, I'm finding that more and more single
Wesley, there are a ton of great, wonderful women in church.
Congratulations. Somebody said, I'm not touching that either. Preaching that the person next to you can't come with you explain it. Oh, wow.
What we say?
I'm trying to understand what Trucker was saying.
Trucker, what are you trying to say? We want to know.
Widowed. Let's deal with, what? No. Y'all don't want to get me started on that.
Oh,
That's a whole
oh,
set.
goodness.
Don't even, nothing that rhymes with that on here. Because I'll go there.
Oh, here come Trucker.
Oh, I remember
Have we had Trucker on here
yes,
before?
I think we have.
Jerry? Is that
Yes, I've been up before. Hey, ladies, how you doing today?
Bye.
How are you?
Doing good. The statement that I made about preaching that a person next to you can't come with you, explained it, but they don't explain it in detail. The person next to you is usually your husband or your wife, and they don't explain in detail that y'all are one.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by
Yeah,
that.
very good. We're
by
glad
that
you came on here to explain
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I've been to other churches, a lot of churches. I do go to church. I'm a man of God. And I was married for a long time, 28 years. And I had to go home and explain that to my wife a lot of times.
That you were one?
That we're one. We're not the one that he's talking about, you can't go to the next level with me, or I can't go to the next level with you. He's talking about the people that are next to you. Your friends. Sometimes you elevate when you're a married woman, or you elevate when you adjust your status in life, and you don't think like that no more. You can't continue to go backwards and think like when you were in high school or when you were in college. You can't go backwards.
Are you still married now?
I am not.
You see us get quiet and we blinking.
No, I said I'm not.
So she did not understand the
So
fact
now
that
y'all, wait, hold on. Now y'all two.
Now we are
You're no
two.
longer one. Now y'all
So
two.
she didn't understand being one?
She didn't understand being one, and she did what God honors in divorce.
Got it.
So that was like, nah, can't keep keep forgiving you. Can't keep forgiving you because now you on the unspoken rule now. So and another and what I also said earlier in the comments was I've been to a lot of churches that have Bible study, and that's a great thing.
Yeah.
But I ain't never seen a church with an illiteracy program.
Wow, that's a good point.
That's really good.
That's a good point. Maybe you go to church, maybe have you presented that to your pastoral staff? Maybe that's something that they could create or you could help create. Because a lot of times we sit in the pews and we talk about what a church doesn't have, but if we have the resources and the talent to help them cultivate that, maybe we could step up to the plate. So do you think people do that?
We discussed it. They brought it up against the board, and it came to the point where the teachers were too overly taxed in the Bible study program instead of starting up the buddy program next to it for illiteracy. So
Okay. Well,
it got presented. I said what I said, and that was, okay.
maybe just wasn't the season. Maybe you can do it again.
Somebody
Probably
told me to let you know, sir, you or her can't get married again.
He what?
That's what somebody put in there.
We rebuke that.
Said the Lord God. Da 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 da.
Now, here we go.
Yada yada
Well, we
yada.
appreciate
You
you
and her can't get
sharing your
married
thoughts today. We really appreciate you coming
That's
on
what
again.
they're trying to say.
You know, it's just common.
This is just common.
Yeah.
Look.
I appreciate you, ladies.
All right, have a great day. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay, y'all. So, has anyone said that they could relate to this young lady? And I guess not. Y'all
Now,
cannot relate.
anybody got any advice? Okay. Anybody got any advice for her?
Can y'all relate to this? Does church really just teach us anything about dating? Because we're single, right? What are your thoughts on the church and dating?
Do you think that the church prepares women better than they do men? What do y'all think?
Can I say this? I think women are actually coming to the things to prepare them, and there's not a lot of men doing the same thing. Have you noticed that?
Well, first of all, there's not a lot of men in attendance.
Let's go there.
But I'm gonna tell y'all men
Let's
something.
go there.
Listen, y'all better start going to church with your wives and your girlfriends. Okay? Then, because y'all want to know why a pastor is coming over to y'all house for Sunday dinner.
What are you talking about?
They know what look. They know what I'm talking about. So y'all want to know why? Y'all need to start going to church with your wives and your women.
Hold on, Mr. On Point says the church does not prepare people for dating. What, Mr. On Point, what do they prepare them for as it relates to singles? Because I see a ton of black women, whenever they announce anything single, there's a ton of us there. And the ratio is probably 99 to 1.
Okay, Dion, you said dating is man-made. We on our own. What does that mean?
Where's Dion? Ooh, here comes Mr. On Point.
All right, Mr. On Point. I see you, GQ.
All right, now with the glasses.
Good afternoon, ladies. How y'all doing?
No.
Yes, sir. How are you? What are your comments on this? We appreciate you joining us.
I can tell you from my personal experience. I grew up Catholic because I'm from the West Indies. And then, long story short, I had joined a non-denominational church, and then I had joined AME. And I enjoyed my time at AME. I don't have anything bad to say about my experience there. But what I can say, the common denominator I saw in the non-denominational church in AME is that, a lot of people were saying they were saved, but they were quick to get married. They start talking to somebody in the church. Within 6 months, they're married. Within 7 months, they're married. Now, did the marriage last? That's another story. But I think that there's nothing wrong with being spiritual, but at the end of the day, we're still human beings. So there still has to be chemistry. There still have to be common goals. We can't hide behind the Bible and say, you understand what I'm saying? We can't hide behind the Bible to not function as a man or not function as a woman.
Gotcha.
Well, we appreciate you, Mr. On Point, with your comments today, because we need to hear everybody's perspective on things.
We do. And
So
he's
we-
AME. AME is African Methodist.
Oh, okay.
Episcopal, I think. That's what it stands for. Like you have CME. Yeah, all of those. What'd you say? Ever heard, of the synagogue of Satan, beware of these? You know what? I'm going to let you go.
Okay.
I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave you alone.
So people are in the comments here. What we're talking about today, church hurt. Now we're transitioning into being single in the church. Are you finding that they're equipping men and women for marriage and to be husbands and wives? So this is kind of what the topic. People are asking, what are we talking about?
Well, we've got one. We've got a letter from a gentleman, and we're going to read this. Okay. Now let's hear.
Hold on.
Letter from a gentleman, and we're going to hear.
Hold on. Ms. Right Now.
Oh, go ahead.
How are you, beautiful? How are you?
Hi,
Beautiful. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Are you guys hearing an echo or no?
A little bit, yes.
Yes.
Yes. A little bit, yes.
Okay, 1 second. Let me do this.
All right, y'all. She's getting her thing together. She's gonna.
Okay, is that better?
We hope so. Go ahead.
Okay, how's that? Okay,
Yes.
so I really, I'm not going to touch on the singleness and everything because I'm married, but I just kind of feel that the conversations is kind of like all over the place, and I'm listening, but I'm hearing everyone saying the word says, the scripture says, the Bible says, all of this, but where? I mean, because a lot of it sounds like a lot of the things are really interpretations of what all the different religions have come up with in order to suit themselves, what they feel, their traditions and everything else, right? So I think as when we talk about Black churches and everything, I think us as Black Americans has lost a lot of things because the religion itself was not our religion to begin with. It was given to us and thrusted upon us and all of that. So I'm going to say this. I've done a lot of studying with throughout theology. Okay, originally I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness, right? So as I grew up, I was like, okay, I had some questions, and I was always told, we don't question this, we don't ask that. And I'm like, no, I want to do my own research. I want to learn for myself. So the more that I've learned, the more research that I've done, the more things that I start to just kind of get acclimated with. There was so many things that did not make sense and started to make sense in other ways, right? So when we talk about Black churches and church hurt and all these different things, it's like, okay, we had to do this. We had to believe this, because either we do this so that our masters can tell us what to do. We can turn the cheek, we can listen, and we had to do everything. We're all praying to the same person. So whose prayers are really being answered? Is it the masters or the slaves? You see where I'm going with that? So it's just a lot. And to say that, oh, it's only this Bible, every religion feel like their religion is the true religion. Every last one of them. And so when you speak of God, so you say, okay, which one? Because there's many different deities. So which one? I know we're like, oh, we're praying to Jesus, we're praying to God, we're praying to this. But there are so many things that I have learned. Like, when did Christ say, hey, stop and write this down? You see what I'm saying? When did all these things take place? The Bible was written so many years later. Then you have people saying things like, oh, I don't believe in this because it's paganism. Well, so is Christmas. Okay, it started from paganism. Okay, Valentine's Day, all of these things start from paganism. And when you think about Easter, it wasn't about the rise of, Christ. I mean, you have to do the history. Don't just read one book, read all of them. You know what I'm saying?
So I got to ask her a question.
Yes.
What do you ascribe to right now?
I'm spiritual. I don't ascribe to one thing. I believe that he is within me. We are made within his image.
True.
What are we seeking churches for? I don't recall him going anywhere or reading anywhere where he said, okay, I need y'all to give me this and give me that and do this. He needed you to sit, listen, and be taught and hear the word or whatever. That was his teachings, right? And so when I read the book of Enoch, right? It talked about all the different women. But when you read inside of Genesis, tell me, where do they talk about? All they spoke about is Adam, Eve had sons and daughters. What were the daughters' names? Where the daughters come from? Where these women come from? They didn't speak about that. They only put certain things in there. And then we start talking about King James Version. If we start talking about that, King James himself, if you did your history, he was a tyrant. Right? And he created his books and that version according to what he wanted everybody to do, because that's what he wanted to be done. And everybody had to follow his way, or you were killed. You were executed. So here we are with the same book. We're reading this and we're making reason out of it. Like, I don't get that.
Okay, so go ahead.
So what I was going to say is, this is exactly why everybody should be doing their own research. This is exactly why you cannot just take what someone's saying and take it as truth without doing your own due diligence. Everybody's not going to agree with you. Everybody's not going to agree with such and such. But that's why for yourself, you must study and show yourself approved. So that's what the advice I would say for anybody listening to this.
First off, I'm going to agree with some of the things that you said. I'm going to agree with, because like you, I'm one of those people that I dig deeper. Matter of fact, when I started reading those missing books, the ones they left out, which are the book of Enoch, which I love the book of Enoch. And what made me read Enoch was, to me, if you mention Enoch and Methuselah in the Bible, I wanted to know their story. So I went to digging just like you
yourself, right?
I did for myself. So everything, like what she's saying, like it says, study to show yourself approved. I agree with her. Even look up with King James. I agree with the holidays. But you know what? I think everybody has to. One thing I tell people, because I've dated women that have different beliefs. For me,
you dated some pastors too.
I've dated,
yeah.
I just draw pastors.
They do.
I draw pastors. Yeah, I draw pastors. But you know what? The thing for me is, I think that it is incumbent upon us to develop our own relationship and our own understanding.
Absolutely.
And like
This was
she
my
said,
point.
in college, I did theology, I did Old Testament, New Testament, I looked at Buddhism, you name all the religions, and really and truthfully, all seem to have a similar background. It is about what has worked for me. Mm-hmm. What works for me. And I've told gentlemen this before, you're not going to take away my Jesus.
Okay. I don't mean to cut you off, but we run out of time. We wanted to get to this gentleman's letter.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, y'all. But thank you so much for your comments. Keep them coming.
And stay woke, my sister. Stay woke and enlightened. Because, I mean, there's some validity to some of the things that she said.
Some of it, but that's why you got to do your own research.
But I would tell all of you, read yourself, dig yourself. And we got some stuff from Nate. He's saying the Hebrews did not have a religion. It was a way of life commanded by the Almighty. That's true. We all know the Bible is laws. And I know we have to look at the precepts. See, like I said, I've studied and looked at all of them. Some women want to be married but aren't prepared to be a wife. Oh,
that's
facts. Already.
That's facts. That's facts. We agree. We do not disagree with that
already. I touched on that. Mm-hmm. No, you're so welcome. Thank you for coming on there. I'm going to get the letter. Thank you. I want to miss right there. Thank you for coming on, sweetie, and sharing that. I've been in church for years, but I don't feel like men are being developed. We're told to lead, but not shown how. We're told to provide, but not taught how to handle pressure. We're told to be strong, but never given space to be vulnerable. So when it comes to relationships, we're figuring it out on our own. And when we fall short, we're labeled the problem, but nobody is asking who prepared us.
So the question is, are men being prepared to be husbands in church? What are y'all's thoughts on that?
Somebody said sometimes things are hard. Women have to sacrifice too.
We all do. We all have to sacrifice. We agree.
And that's smart of it. Okay, hey, Homer.
Homer, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this? Are men being developed?
Thank you, Mike. Hey, Mike.
Yeah, man being developed in the church could be a great possibility if that's true. But when they get married inside the church,
we can't really hear you very well. Do you have a lot of noise in the background? Are you at the grocery store, maybe?
No, I was there at work. Oh. Now, can you hear me?
Yes,
a little bit better. Yes, sir.
You know, so when you talk about the lady just left and then yourself was talking about the difference, you have to study to show yourself approval. True enough. But, church hurt. We're going to go with that first, okay? Mm-hmm. I married a young lady that was inside the church, okay? And when I married her, I was happily married. But the pastor one day told me, we had some words. He asked me something, and I snapped at him probably. He said, well, you're a man now. I said, I've been a man the day I was born. So he said, I tell you what, you're going to cry many a day. You're going to cry in my lap before it's all over with. He took my wife and married her to his nephew, which was a homosexual. That was inside, I'm a Church of God in Christ. And when that happened, I sit there for about 2 months, and I was like, I know this, and I kept asking her to come home, and she said she couldn't. And I asked her why. She said, because we no longer married. Huh? So I'm telling you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the I just sit there in my heart, which is, have you ever been just that hurt where your heart just pouring out to God, and I'm asking God, my mind, help me. My heart is broken. My mind is broken. I'm spiritually broken. And God tell me, say, get up. One day I went inside that church. He said, get up. And I'm talking about, it was sunny outside. It was like 103 degrees outside. It was summertime. And when I got up to go outside the church, a storm came with just pouring down raining. Hard. I walked outside the church and I went to look around, look at the door, say, don't look back because you won't come back. There's no time soon.
Wow.
I left. And so, we could find the wrong thing inside the church, because it's a family-owned church. Family going to stick with family,
Someone wants to know, were you legally married? Did you have to go through a divorce?
Yes. Yes, and when he came to me and told me,
example. That was a man. That wasn't a church. That was that.
That's right.
Man.
And you had to shake the dust up off your feet and get up out of there.
Wipe it off.
I did, and I've never been back. It's been a long time since I've been back. But I'm gonna tell you this: don't you know that I was spiritually hurt? I didn't no longer want to go to nobody's church anymore. Now I'm damaged. I'm damaged. I'm like a car that don't had a wreck, a head-on collision. I don't want to believe no more, none of that stuff. But I couldn't fall. I had to still believe that God was still up on the throne, that God looked at this situation. Mm-hmm. But a couple of weeks ago, let me tell you about a couple of weeks ago, I was in Walmart doing me some shopping. Yeah. And I heard somebody call my name. And I looked around, and it was her. she ran up to me and she said, "Forgive me, please forgive me. I know that was wrong. I know that it was wrong.
How many
Please
years?
forgive me."
How many years has this been?
When I saw her,
Yeah.
like 2 weeks ago,
No. From the distance between when it happened to now.
about 15 years,
Wow. I gotta ask, was she still married to that guy?
she married his nephew, which was a homosexual, ex-homosexual. So
You're still married to this day?
they still married to this day. And you know what? When it just so much, I was so hurt. I can't describe that I was so damaged.
Wow.
And you know, sometimes that could damage us, but we won't ever go back into a church house. I look at a man of God, and he's not a man of God. He's a thief. He's a trickster. He's a big fat lie. You hear me? And
we were nervous. We got nervous for a second. Like, what's he about to say? So we thank you for keeping it PG. We thank you. Well, we're sorry that happened to you. We're believing that God is going to rectify that in your life. Prayerfully, you found love again with someone who truly loves you and values you.
Yes.
You know what? Thank you. And remember my name and keep me in your crowd. Remember my name.
Homer.
But I still believe in God. I still worship God, and nothing can take me from the will of God.
That's
Just
good.
like you said, that was just man.
That's good.
And I just wanted to say that and hold you. Tell you that. And when you talk about church, I went to church. I was
You've been through it. You've been through it.
At first,
hey, you came out on the other side. You've been through it.
Yes,
all
indeed.
right. Now, is that
Okay,
is that
I am.
Wait a minute, hold on. Is that Black Jesus in the back?
I'm not sure.
I think that's Black Jesus. He got an afro like Florida on Good
We
Time.
can't really
that's
see.
Black Jesus.
We can't really see you, sir. But okay.
That's Black Jesus.
Okay. What you got today for us, sir?
It's a message of love.
Oh, we love messages of love. Bring it on, then. Come on, brother love. Bring it on.
It's all about love. It's all about treat thy neighbor as the Father loves you. You know, love thy neighbor as the Father loves you.
That's
Loves
it.
me.
That's facts. That's facts. Thank you. Thank
We
you,
appreciate
sweetheart.
you so
Aw,
much.
you was
It is
sweet.
about love. It is about
And I'm telling
love.
you, that was Black Jesus. He had the little Florida Evans afro in the back.
Okay, y'all. Okay,
Yeah,
this is what we're gonna do. This is what we do. Y'all, we're running out of town. So for you all who are maybe new to the podcast, through every segment we do a red light, green light. And that means we're gonna say a statement and you guys give a thumbs up, thumbs down, red, green, whatever you feel comfortable with, so we can see if you agree or disagree, and then you can comment on it if you desire. Okay? So this is about advice that maybe the church will give, okay? And this is good or bad, Tina?
I done heard it. Here we go.
These are what Tina's heard.
Triggers. Y'all might see me go off a couple times. It'll be all right. You ready? Here we
Red
go.
light, green light.
Just pray about it advice.
Have you been in a church that just says just pray about it? They don't do nothing else. They just say just pray about it. Yes or no? I haven't, right? That's what we have, I haven't.
Which one?
Someone says they have. Ugh. Somebody said, yes.
See there? You see that? That's somebody just
Prayer
tired.
does work now,
Yeah,
but
it works,
what about godly counsel? Red, never have it. I have. Yep.
See?
Wow. So that was the only counsel they gave, was just to pray about it? How'd you feel about that when they said that?
I mean, but sometimes I'm going to deal with it. Then I'm going to pray about it, ask for forgiveness later.
Some trucker says all the time. Really?
Hey, Mr. Good Vibe.
I mean, of course we're supposed to pray about a situation, but they didn't give any other advice?
Everybody's saying that. Sometimes that's enough. Yeah, sometimes
that's enough.
Sometimes it's enough to roll up on people too.
Okay, y'all, have you been in a church that gave absolutely no guidance on dating? They gave you no guidance on how to date effectively at all.
Oh, too many people treat church like a waiting room, not an operating table. Yes, they do.
That's true.
They do. Or I said they treat our Lord and Savior like a genie in a bottle. They gonna they only put them out and rub them when they want to wish.
Or you remember that? Well, you remember you shake it up, the 8-ball thing? Shake it up.
Yeah.
Remember that?
And then sometimes they keep shaking till they get the answer they want.
Exactly.
Come on now.
So, dating advice. Have you been in a church they didn't give you guys any guidance on how to date, how to prepare for marriage, or anything like that?
Come on, we're like
not marriage only. That's
wow.
true. They don't talk about how to date appropriately,
No,
do
they don't.
So there's a miss there, maybe, right? Because
so true.
Ooh. Wow. So this is good, y'all, because I think we've been in churches that have done that too, right?
But that could be also why they're losing a whole generation.
Segment,
because they're not.
DJ Big Mo, you know it is some black girl magic here. We thank you for joining us today. This is the T&T Podcast.
How about this show? Singles ministry with no connection. You ain't got nobody. Well, if you're a woman, you ain't got nobody.
You got
to
a lot of.
to.
It should be like a sisterhood. It's more of a sisterhood than a singlehood, right? Yeah. Have y'all experienced that? Where you go to the singles event and it's like the sisterhood.
Somebody said they speak against dating. Really? Why do you feel that way?
Whoa.
Wow.
Really?
Why do you feel that way?
Because they only focus on being married.
Renata.
Wow, that's good.
If you focus on married, you need to. There's steps to do before you get to being married.
But they don't focus on. That's what they're saying. There's a deficit here.
Oh, what's the next one?
Okay, no emotional healing. They don't teach you how to emotionally be healed. They don't talk about that. Have you experienced
got
that?
People bleeding to death on the pews.
Ooh wee. So they don't talk about it.
They don't.
Does your church have that type of counseling?
You like to bring up that Malachi scripture about giving that time, bring that 10%.
Oh my God, who's talking
bring
about
the first fruit to the storehouse? They'll say that one in a minute.
Oh my goodness, Trucker says as a man he felt like a piece of expensive meat at the marketplace. When you were at church,
tearing you up one. Them women were just hungry
because you were one of they had like 1,000 women and one of you, huh?
Wait a minute, hold on.
What?
Wait, hold on, Trucker.
What do you say?
That's a good advertisement. Listen, for y'all ladies out there, for y'all men that's on here, y'all hear that? He was a piece of meat. Y'all might want to get in them churches this Sunday.
We talk about all the time how
just make sure you go to the ATM first.
A guy will post on like some of these dating websites, and you'll send it to me. Go like, look at how many women responded to this one dude. Isn't that crazy?
Yep. He one dude and like 60 women.
At least.
And then I be up there, remember, I be sending stuff to y'all. I be like, dang, is it this tough out here in these single streets?
Apparently it is.
That's why I stay at home and watch Judge Judy. I'm happy. I love me some Judge. Y'all need to watch Judy Justice now. It's not Judge Judy.
Okay. You want to get some?
No male mentor.
So are you finding there's no male mentorship for you to speak to? No brotherhood to bounce things off of? No accountability? Do you think men are lacking that in church?
Well, I'm going to give you a story I had one time. My mom was talking to me about going. You need to go to church. You need to come to go to the church. And what I told her was, because I already knew everybody in the church was talking about what the pastor was doing.
Trucker, I'm going to say that comment because that's a good one.
He was married and dating somebody in the church, cheating on his wife. So I told my mom real quick, this some years ago now, I said, now why I want to go listen to that man? Me and that man headed in the same direction.
Trucker says a wife is hard to find amongst women. So he's a bunch of women, but not many wives.
That's it.
Ooh, that's a good comment.
It's facts.
Ladies, are you listening to this?
That's what I just said.
Are you exuding that you are a wife? Are you cultivating those spiritual gifts
they don't say that. Nobody's saying they want to be a wife. Most of them are saying, I want to be married. I want to be married. I want to be married.
I
you need to be a wife before you can be married. Or you're a wife or you're a husband before you can be married.
Eric thinks that men have trust issues with other men. Eric, why is that?
Do you think that's why? So is that why they're not coming to church?
Ooh, Eric, that's a good point.
Dang.
I wish you would elaborate a little bit.
Someone said facts.
Wow, Big
really?
Mo? Uh-oh. Can some of the men come and talk about that with us? Anybody?
I done told y'all, men, y'all better go to church with your wives and your girlfriends.
Wow.
Y'all just letting these pastors have their selection. They have an A and B selection out there in the congregation.
Eric says because of betrayal and lack of loyalty. So men are not loyal to each other. They have no accountability to each other. Ooh. Is that what's happening in the church?
Wow. Wow.
Oh my God. There's some good comments in here.
Wow.
Who says that? What is that wife amongst women who aren't married? So wait a minute now. So
I don't get that.
What he's saying? What he's saying is
it's a she.
Oh, sorry. So was it? Yeah. Or were you saying that if you're not a wife, you can't? If you're not married, you're not a wife? What?
Sometimes the Lord calls your spouse home. Then what do you say?
Oh, goodness. Okay. What?
Go on, producer.
What?
To the question about if you're not married, like you're not a wife, is a dollar bill on the sidewalk not a dollar bill just because no one has found it yet?
Woo! Snap, crackle, and pop.
Did y'all understand that? Eric Miller says he'd like to join and talk about what he said. If you could pull him up, please.
Oh, I love that. I don't focus on the man. I focus on the one that led me there. Say
Amen
that.
to that
Amen,
basic logic. He said that.
basic.
That's amazing.
Eric said, give him a second.
Okay,
I
no worries.
love that.
Okay, so the church, let's get through round 2. Avoiding dating conversations. So the church doesn't talk about dating. They're avoiding it. What should we do as singles if our church is avoiding dating conversations? What should we do?
Yeah, because they not even preaching abstinence.
No,
They're not
they don't
preaching
even talk
that.
about
They're
that
not
no more.
Well, I guess it might be hard for some. I mean, the preacher ain't practicing it.
Well, he's
So,
probably
might be
married
hard.
though. Wait a minute now.
Some churches they're not. They single.
No, that's true.
A lot of them are
Do
single.
you think it's hard to be in a church that has a pastor that's single?
I knew a gentleman that was single, and he's a minister, and church basically wouldn't hire him because he was a single minister.
What do y'all think
didn't
about
want-
that?
They
Where do
wouldn't
y'all
bring him
think
because
about that?
right. They
Would
didn't
you-
hire him because he was single.
Woo!
He
Do
wasn't
you think
married.
that was discriminatory?
I think it probably was wise because you know what the church,
Why?
what I think the deacons and elders saw, scandal, something tearing the church apart. Because you got a single man. I've been to church where they had a single guy, and these women. I mean, oh my God, it's like somebody dropped a bag of rice in Ethiopia. I mean, I'm serious. They just clawing at him. It's ridiculous. So he didn't get the job because
He didn't have a wife.
He didn't have a wife.
So he just wasn't maybe prepared or in the right position in their mind to lead a flock.
I guess they thought probably because they really thought it was going to be scandal when you got.
So Q
they don't
says
like
that
single
dollar
men.
bill comment was ridiculous. Why was it ridiculous, Q? Why did you not understand the concept of what that was saying? Because a dollar bill is just a dollar, is still a dollar bill no matter where it is. So a woman can be a wife even if she's not married. She could
Hold
have
on,
those
let me-
traits. Okay.
I got one for you.
Oh.
So if you find $100 bill and it's folded up and it's in a pile of horse crap, are you gonna pull it out of that pile of horse crap? You gonna wash it off and it's still $100 bill, right? Because $1, I think maybe because let's think
Maybe
about
the value.
Is the value of it. Because let's be honest, it cost me almost $90 to fill my car up to get here. Because gas is high as.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna say I ain't gonna say high because hell ain't high.
Right.
But yeah, high as a giraffe's patootie. So you get it?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, you trying to say
I'm
comments
like,
on-
huh? She said, Max says pastors that are married have more problems than the ones that are single. They probably do.
Exactly, Virtuous. A woman should be a wife before being fat. That's
what we're saying.
That's
That's what we're
exactly what the
saying.
dollar bill comes
Yeah.
with. Somebody said it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's still
Yeah.
$1.
So she's still a wife even though she's not
Hey,
married. Who is
Gil,
that?
Gil.
Do we know Gil?
Hey, Gil.
Okay.
Here, Gil. Hey.
Hey. Oh, Gil. We've missed you, Gil 25.
He said if it's in a pile of horsemen, it's going to stay there. You about the only one, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm digging it out with these gas prices and groceries. I'm digging it out, baby. Boop.
I
And
was
then
like,
I'm gonna
I can't believe she
sanitize
used
my
that
hands.
example. I
I
can't
sure
believe
did.
it. Okay,
Trucker
y'all.
told me to stay there. Well, you know what? If you see some, let me know where it's at, because it ain't going to stay that long.
So y'all, we have been all over the world trying to talk about church hurt. So we appreciate y'all's comments, but we're coming to an end now. So are there any last comments that y'all want to talk about on this topic here before we jump into what we're going to do next week, which we don't know yet, but we will.
God. We got one more round. You were teaching without submission. Somebody said Gash is unhinged. I'm going to be riding the bike soon, too. I'm going to carpool.
So submission is a tricky topic because sometimes when men hear this, they only think women submitting to men, but they need to go to Ephesians 5 when it talks about submitting unto one another. So I don't know if they're going to a church that teaches that.
Max said working here probably for fuel stamps.
When you find out, let us know. We want to know.
Oh, one time I might have to lie on that paperwork. I got to get some assistance.
Daddy dee da. Yes, many churches have single ministries, but unfortunately, they are inundated with just women participating. So how can we shift that? How can we change the dynamic where more men will participate in singles ministries?
Hey, Trucker said we teach with our actual I was submitting when I was going to dig that $100 bill out of that horse crap for you. That's submission. I'm submitting and I'm digging it out.
Submission goes, but I love y'all's comments. Submission has to go both ways.
Thank you, John the Poet. It's true. It is. It says submit one to another. One to another. Everybody, hello. Chuck, you know I love you. I'm just kidding.
All right, next one's no accountability in dating. Is the church teaching us to be accountable in dating? Obviously not, because people are saying they don't teach us how to date.
No.
Do y'all think that's true? Does the church miss an opportunity to teach singles how to date?
Why you can't have a ladies' night at church. No, it's not my dedication, love, or money. Trust me, we will be doing
Whoa,
this.
DC2. What do you mean some women are boring when it comes to dating? What does that mean? That's what he said. Some women are boring when it comes to dating. What does that mean, sir?
They don't teach how to. No, they don't. They don't, Trucker. They don't. We should know how to date. Well, maybe if they've never seen an example of it, I think they don't know. In our community, think about it. Mm-hmm. Most of young men are raised in a single parent environment. Mm-hmm. So
maybe they never even saw
They haven't seen it. And it's so sad that the shows that they see black men on are shows like what? The Shy and Power and what's some of the other black shows?
Oh, goodness. It goes down.
I don't know. I don't watch them. Mm-hmm. I watch Judge Judy and Snapped. Y'all probably already figured that much out, though. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying boring is good.
They don't. Virtuous.
Trucker, why do you say boring is good?
Because you know what they say, like
no, they don't.
They don't understand. But you know when people say like your marriage is boring, it's boring. But that's actually a good thing because it's status quo. Nothing's happening that is too far to the left or too far to the right.
Hey,
love and hip hop is not how we should be getting our.
Didn't they finally take that off the air?
Who knows?
No, I think they're saying like another black show, Love and Hip. See, and that's a terrible example. Why do we have those examples?
Leonardo says he doesn't need the church to teach him how to date. Learn from some elderly couples. We would agree.
I agree.
But she was saying earlier, what if you didn't have that example?
They don't have that
example. You got to seek it out then. You've got to seek it out. What's the last one?
Somebody said, okay, wait. Where is church is not the only place to enjoy a good time. I'm not talking about clubs. Okay. Yeah, because I went to Topgolf for my birthday and I had a great time. I loved it. It's so much fun. Why you tell me Topgolf?
I tried to tell you that.
I loved it.
I love doing stuff like that.
No intentional connection space. What do you think about that?
I think that the church, sometimes, some churches are not cultivating that environment where people feel comfortable to come in and just hang out and be themselves. I love my church. I do, because they create opportunities like they have had a Super Bowl or, watching the finals games or whatever. And check this out. They had to cut off the women because there were too many registered.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So, okay, what was the ratio of women?
I don't know because, I didn't go. But my whole point is they eventually had to cut it off because they wanted a better, ratio of men and women.
Oh my gosh.
I love my church too, Gil. Yeah. So
I guess you guys, since we just finished our red light, green light, we're going to shut this down. We got to go make it. Look, somebody just said, that's my submission of money. I'm going to submit and go close these files so people can get into their new homes. Yes, I am.
But we appreciate you guys so much for joining in and giving us your thoughts about church hurt. We really do. And we don't know what we're talking about next week, but it will be just as captivating as this.
Wait, I got to ask this. Mac, thank you for saying that because I didn't want to bring that up. I know some churches have been having a building fund for 50 years and they still in the same church on the same pews.
And that's why you should not be there.
That ain't your church.
All right, y'all. Any comments that you'd like to close with, Tina?
No, you know what? All I'm going to say is the next time they pass that collection plate, make sure y'all put y'all 10% in there. But no, in all seriously, find your church.
That is serious, though.
It is serious. I believe in tithing.
I do, too. We talk about that all the time.
Yes, we do. But find you a home. Find you a connection to God because He is the way, the truth, and the light. And that's the only way. Only thing, and you know what? We do this, y'all, and we talk about work and everything else, but the truth of the matter is only what we do for the Lord is what's going to last anyway. So none of this even really matters anyway, right? Mm-hmm. I just hope the Lord bless me with one of them few stamps so I can buy some gas because pretty soon, y'all going to be seeing us do this remotely because I'm not going to drive over here.
All right,
gas
y'all.
is too
Have
expensive.
a blessed and amazing afternoon, and we will see you next Thursday. All right, y'all. Bye.